Mario is one of the most beloved video game characters in the world, which is why I put his powers to the ultimate test. For the next 100 days, I'll be surviving in hardcore Minecraft as Elemental Mario. Using my variety of elemental powers, I'll leap through impossible challenges and take down numerous members of the Koopa Troop, all while growing into bigger and stronger forms. Will I be able to save Rosalina from Bowser's clutches, or will it be game over? It was time to find out. As I spawned into the Mushroom Kingdom as Mario, I was standing outside of Princess Peach's castle with Rosalina as we enjoyed the massive welcome party that was being held.
Thanks for inviting me. I've never seen the Mushroom Kingdom in person before.
Of course, you're gonna love it here. Suddenly, flames blasted around us, scorching our toad friends in their wake as Bowser stepped forward.
Sorry, princess, but your star power will be mine.
Bowser stomped on the ground, summoning a galactic warp pipe under Rosalina.
Mario!
No! I tried to save her, but she was pulled through the pipe and vanished before I could.
You're next, Mario.
Bowser turned his sights onto me, breathing fire down onto the ground. The greenery beneath us turned to molten lava, and I was dropped into its fiery grasp. No! This can't be the end!
Not so fast. Take my power, Mario.
Just as I was about to lose hope, a fire Luma swooped down in front of me. Ow! Who are you?
A friend.
Using his powers, he granted me the element of fire, transforming my blue overalls to red and my shirt to white. I was now Elemental Mario. I used my new strength to jump out of the lava pit. Now I was face to face with Bowser once more.
You think your new fire power will stop me from ending you? Think again.
Bowser charged towards me, forcing me to try and fight him off with my new fire abilities. However, it quickly became clear that he was still too powerful. I had no choice but to run. On day 2, I was being chased through the burning Mushroom Kingdom by Bowser, who had taken to the skies with his Koopa clown car. He continued to shoot his fire attacks at me from behind. I did my best to dodge him, but he was powerful. He's ruthless. If he captures me, I'm done for. And who knows what'll happen to Rosalina? Soon, I was met with more lava in my path, but as Elemental Mario, I had exceptional jumping skills. I led my way through the obstacles ahead with grace. Woohoo! As I ran, I spotted an interesting blue hedgehog, but I couldn't slow down to take a better look. Did you see that? I had loads of Sonic characters throughout the video. Try to spot them all.
You won't be able to run forever, you pest.
Suddenly, Bowser used a Koopa bomb on the gate in front of me. Rubble fell into my path, leaving me cornered.
Nowhere to run now.
Mario, this way.
Just then, the fire Luma swooped in, opening a warp pipe in front of me.
Oh, no, you don't.
Bowser tried to stop us, but luckily me and the Luma were able to slip away into the warp pipe, narrowly escaping Bowser's clutches. On day 3, I arrived on the other end of the warp pipe to find myself at the Comet Observatory. There, the fire Luma was floating before me.
We should be able to hide here for now.
Who are you and what's going on?
I think it might be easier if I showed you.
The fire Luma used his magic on me, sending me into a vision.
I'm the Fire Luma, one of the 5 great elemental Lumas created to protect this world. Bowser has taken my brothers and sisters, the elements of water, earth, electricity, and galaxy, and scattered them all over the universe. Find my siblings and obtain their power. Only then will you be able to save Mom and the universe.
Just then, I was pulled back into reality. You can leave it to me. Where do we start? Suddenly, a massive warp pipe appeared in front of the observatory, spawning a giant Goomba from the other side.
But the observatory is sacred. How did he find us?
Bowser's got eyes everywhere. I'll be handing you over to the boss now.
The Fire Luma and I braced ourselves as the King Goomba charged forward. On days 4 through 7, I was locked in battle with the King Goomba as I tried my best to defend my new Luma ally. The Goomba King unleashed a storm of POW blocks, trying to outmatch me with his raw strength. Along with a whirlwind power he used to try and disorient me, I unleashed my new ability granted by the Fire Luma in retaliation. But despite the searing flames, he continued to hold strong.
You stomped one too many of my men. You're the one getting stomped now.
The King Goomba leapt into the air and stomped down towards me, trying to crush me with his massive size. I was starting to get overwhelmed. If I can't beat him, then I just need to lure him away. With nowhere to turn, I leapt into the warp pipe he arrived in, unsure of where it would take me. When I arrived on the other side, I found myself in the vast deserts of the Sand Kingdom. Whoa, so this is another galaxy. Suddenly, the King Goomba spawned out of the warp pipe behind me.
You won't escape that easily.
Just as I was about to hit with another attack, Yoshi ran past me, scooping me up onto his back. Yoshi, you're here! Thanks for the save!
Yoshi!
Right, we're not in the clear yet. Run! I rode on Yoshi's back as the massive King Goomba stampeded behind us. Thanks to my friend, we were moving much faster than I could on foot, but we still weren't fast enough. He's gaining on us! Yoshi threw eggs behind us, trying to slow down the Goomba, but it was no use. The king finally caught up, knocking me off of Yoshi's back.
Yoshi!
No, come out!
Nice try, but you're both mine now.
On days 8 through 10, Yoshi and I were about to be crushed when suddenly a laser bullet struck King Goomba. I turned and realized that a mysterious fox had arrived to back us up.
You messed with the wrong crew!
You little...
Our new ally fired off more attacks, weakening the King Goomba for now.
Come on! I know a place we can hide.
I picked up Yoshi's egg and followed the stranger's lead.
Oh.
We found a cluster of buildings in the Sand Kingdom that we took cover in. I've never seen someone like you in the Mushroom Kingdom before.
That's because Bowser's got the galaxies all out of whack. The name's Fox McCloud. I got sucked here along with some others.
Well, I'm trying to bring them back in order. Have you seen any special Lumas around?
Those little star guys? I saw one trapped at the top of the inverted pyramid. If you can climb up there, I'm sure you'd be able to get him out.
Then it looks like I know where I'm headed next. Suddenly, the ground trembled around us, revealing the King Goomba on top of one of the buildings.
Found you!
On days 11 through 14, we were faced with a King Goomba. Luckily this time, I had Fox by my side.
I'll hold him off. You take Yoshi and start climbing.
Thanks for the lead! My friend held off the Goomba, buying me enough time to run away for now. Soon, I arrived at the inverted pyramid and made my way inside to begin my biggest climb yet. When I arrived, I found the place filled with climbing obstacles to jump past. Alright, it's time to put my jumping skills to the ultimate test. I jumped forward and started using the platforms around me to scale up to the top. As I was ascending upwards, suddenly the area was bombarded with attacks from above. I looked up and realized that Bowser had sent a pair of Laikitus to hunt me down.
There you are.
Stop in the name of the law!
Sheesh, can I not get a break? I did my best to dodge their attacks as I pressed onwards, but their projectiles were endless. After a bit more jumping, I arrived at the final jump and I realized the gap was too massive even for me. Surely there's another way. I turned to try and find another way across, but the Laikitus were already closing in. I'm running out of time! What should I do? On days 15 through 17, I needed to find a way to give myself a boost when suddenly I had a great idea. Sorry, Yoshi, you've got a hatch now. I placed down Yoshi's egg and used my firepower to warm it up. Sure enough, Yoshi hatched out of it.
Yoshi!
A little help here, pal? I hopped onto Yoshi's back and used his help as the extra boost I was missing. Together, we outran the Laikitus and managed to reach the top of the inverted pyramid. Thanks, buddy. You can rest up again.
Yoshi!
Yoshi returned to his egg and I pressed onwards. Soon, I spotted the water Luma trapped in a cage on top of the pyramid. Hang on! I'm here to save you!
Wait! Watch out!
Before I could get any closer, the King Goomba from before dropped down into my path. What? But I thought Fox took care of you.
You fool! I run this place. No one can defeat me.
I braced myself as the ruthless king charged forward once more. On days 18 through 21, I was locked in combat with the King Goomba, once again fighting for my life. I used my full power, shooting fireball after fireball, trying to burn him out, but it was no use. His stomping attacks from before were still too powerful, and the twisters he could summon really kept me at bay. I could tell why he was the King Goomba. Finally, he used his big sandwomp block attack, summoning the blocks in a wave that dropped onto my head, doing a lot of damage. Without the upgrade from the water Luma, I was fighting a losing battle. I need to free that Luma. It's the only way I can beat him. I tried to make a run for the Luma, but each time I did, the King Goomba would stop me in my tracks.
I'll never let you waltz up to that Luma for free.
Then I just have to have you hold still. I unleash my fire abilities onto the enemy, surrounding him in a ring of fire.
Ah! Hot, hot, hot!
My attack bought me enough time to finally reach the Water Luma and free her from her cage.
Take my power! Hurry!
The Water Luma used her abilities to make me even stronger than before. My form once again changed, but this time I grew even larger in size, gaining powerful muscles and new elemental water abilities.
Upgrade or not, you're still going down.
The King Goomba pushed past the flames and came after me once again, but this time I was armed with my new Flood Slash attack. I unleashed my watery attacks on the Goomba. He tried to fight back, but it was no use. Despite him nearly knocking me off the side of the pyramid, I was able to regain my footing and continue the fight. With my new form, I can now do a slam attack as well, using my massive muscles to get some good hits on the Goomba. Soon, he started getting weaker and couldn't get close enough to do much damage to me. His efforts weren't enough to stop me, and I managed to overpower him, striking him down once and for all. Upon his death, he dropped a mysterious note. The Earth Luma has been secured in the mansion. Oh no! It sounds like they captured your brother somewhere!
You have to go and help him! Stand back!
The Water Luma used her powers to summon a new warp pipe.
This will take you to where my next brother is. But hurry! I don't know what they plan to do to him!
Thanks, I will! I leapt through the pipe to take on the next part of my mission. On days 22 through 25, I arrived at the other end of the warp pipe to find myself in a brand new galaxy. Standing before me was a massive haunted mansion. This place gives me the creeps. Is the Earth Luma really being held here? Suddenly, a chill ran down my spine as a boo came out of nowhere to attack. Ah! Just as I was about to get hit, the boo was suddenly sucked up into a vacuum. My brother Luigi had arrived to help.
Are you okay, Mario? You look, different.
Luigi! Boy, is it good to see you! Suddenly, a giant King Boo appeared before the two of us.
Who dares to disturb my manor?
Stand back, you oversized ghoul.
Luigi tried to use his vacuum on the king, but he was far too large for Luigi's vacuum weapon.
You're both mine now.
The King Boo unleashed his powers, sending a ghostly minefield all around us. When we touched it, it exploded on contact, giving us little room to move.
You thought that was bad. Try this on for size.
King Boo then began sending sonic booms in our direction, forcing Luigi and I to run for cover. We slipped into the entrance of the mansion, closing the door behind us and hiding inside for now. Luigi, have you seen an Earth Luma? I need to save them.
They should be around here somewhere, but this place is a maze.
Suddenly, King Boo appeared before us.
And it's about to get a lot crazier.
Using his ghostly abilities, he teleported Luigi and I to another location within the mansion. On days 26 through 28, I appeared in another part of the mansion, but Luigi was nowhere to be seen. Luigi! Luigi! Where did you go? I wandered the halls of the mansion looking for my brother for a while, but I couldn't find him anywhere. He was lost somewhere inside of this haunted place. King Boo must have secret rooms in this mansion, because I feel like I've searched everywhere.
And it's only gonna get worse from here.
Just then, a shy guy jumped out of one of the paintings on the wall and struck me with an attack. Hey, you'll pay for that! I tried to knock down the pesky enemy with a heavy punch, but he quickly retreated into another painting on the wall before I could. He soon came out of another painting and continued his assault of projectile attacks. The shy guy was quick, and as long as he had the paintings to use to his advantage, there was no way to catch him. Fine, if I can't catch you, then I'll just have to force you out. I unleashed my fire attacks on the paintings, burning them to a crisp. One by one, I removed the shy guy's hiding places until only one single painting remained. In a fit of panic, the shy guy leapt into the final painting. I had him cornered now. Oh no you don't! Get back here! I jumped in after him, determined to stop the pesky enemy while I still had the chance. On days 29 through 32, I arrived on the other side of the painting to find myself in Bob-omb Battlefield. There, I spotted bombs walking around the entire area ready to explode if I got too close. Whoa, that painting took me to a whole new area. I looked around and quickly spotted the runaway shy guy. There you are! Tell me where my brother Luigi is!
Huh? Never. Try and catch me if you can. Get him, Bob-ombs!
The shy guy sped up towards the tall mountain as Bob-ombs began to rush towards me one by one. Back off! I tried to knock the bombs back, but as soon as they got close, they exploded in my face, doing significant damage to me. I had to avoid them for now and continue after the shy guy threat. I began to make my way towards the mountain after the runaway Shy Guy, doing my best to evade the incoming bob-ombs. However, as I made my way up, I was soon met with a giant bob-omb in my path, leaving me nowhere to run. Oh no you don't! I used my water attacks to extinguish the bomb's fuse before he had a chance to explode. What was that about exploding? The now defused bob-omb tried to run, but I was able to knock it to the side before he got too far, clearing the path forward. I kept moving and soon reached the peak of the mountain where the Shy Guy stood alone in a panic. There you are!
No, this is impossible. My bob-ombs!
Nowhere to run now. He tried to make a run for it, but I was able to hit him with a water slash attack, finally defeating the enemy. Upon his death, he spawned another painting in front of me. Maybe this will lead to Luigi? Only one way to find out. With my work here done, I jumped through the painting, unsure of where I was headed. On days 33 through 35, I appeared on the other side of the painting to find myself back at the mansion. I looked to see I was just outside of a graveyard where I could see the Earth Luma trapped just ahead. Wait, there's the Luma! I just need to set him free! I moved towards the Luma, but before I could get too close, I spotted a pile of bones in front of me. Suddenly, the ground shook around me and the bone manifested into a giant dry bones monster. Out of my way! I prepared myself for battle, unleashing my elemental attacks onto the undead Koopa. The dry bones tried to strike me down with ghostly attacks of his own, but I had grown powerful over my journey so far. I managed to take him down with a barrage of fireballs, reducing him to a pile of bones. That's what happens when you mess with Mario! Suddenly, the dry bone's eyes sparked back to life and soon reassembled himself. I couldn't kill him if he was already dead. The enraged Koopa came after me with more of his blood needle attacks, forcing me to retreat into hiding. Oh no, this is bad! How am I gonna get past that thing?
Need some help?
I turned to see that Luigi had finally found me. Luigi, you're okay!
King Boo couldn't separate us forever. Lord that dry bones to me. I have a plan.
You got it, bro. I jumped out of our hiding spot and got the dry bones' attention with my water attacks. Hey, over here! The enemy charged towards me, allowing me to lure it straight towards Luigi's trap. When we got him into position, the ground collapsed under his feet, trapping him at the bottom of the pit.
Oh yeah, another win for the Mario Bros.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
However, our struggles had only just begun as King Boo appeared before us.
Oh no, the king is here.
You will never take my Luma. Take this.
Without hesitation, the massive Boo unleashes attacks onto us. On days 36 through 39, I was locked in combat with the terrifying ghoul King Boo. The King Boo used his ghostly mind bombs on us, trying to take me down with his overwhelming strength. That, combined with his Banshee Scream and Tongue Smash, he was beginning to get the upper hand. I fought back with my elemental powers, launching fireballs and swinging hydro slices at the apparition. But without the power of the Earth Luma, it was no use. I just couldn't get the edge I needed to win. Luigi, a little help here?
What am I supposed to do? I'm not elemental like you are.
You can be. We just need a fire flower. And I think I know how to get one. I looked around and spotted a flower growing from the ground. Using my fire abilities, I transformed the plant into a fire flower power-up. It worked! Grab it, bro! Luigi plucked up the flower, causing his appearance to change. His clothing transformed into a brilliant new green and white palette as he gained the ability to wield fire.
Now this is a more like it. Mario, I'll hold up the king. You go save the Luma.
Luigi ran into battle, distracting King Boo with his new abilities while I made a run for the Earth Luma. Using my strength, I smashed him free from his prison.
Thank you for saving me! Take my power! Hurry!
The Earth Luma used his elemental powers on me, causing me to transform once again. I grew even larger in size as one of my fists was imbued with the power of Earth. I now had even more elemental abilities at my disposal. I feel incredible! I hope you're ready, King Boo. You messed with the wrong siblings! Armed with my new power, I jump back into battle, ready to take on King Boo.
No, my Luma! You'll pay.
We'll see about that. I unleashed my new Earth powers in a brilliant display, overwhelming the ghost with its sheer strength. He tried to fight back, but it was no use. I managed to take down the king once and for all.
That was amazing! You both really are the heroes Mom always told us about.
No problem. We are the Mario Bros after all.
Suddenly, a warp pipe spawned under Luigi's feet,
What the-
sucking him inside of it.
Wah!
Luigi! What's going on?
I'm not sure, but it's got Bowser written all over it.
Hang on, bro. I'm coming to save you. Without a moment to waste, I jumped into the pipe after my brother. On days 40 through 43, I arrived on the other side of the warp pipe to find myself in Delfino Plaza. However, the once vibrant vacation spot was now completely overgrown with plants. What the heck's going on here? And where's Luigi?
Aha! If it isn't the famous plumber again.
Fox!
Are you here for Rosalina too?
Rosalina? I thought she was locked in Bowser's castle.
I got word that he moved her here to try and throw us off.
If that's true, then we have to save her too. Let's go! Fox and I began to explore the plaza, but moving around was difficult with all the plants in the way.
What's with all the greenery?
I'm not sure, but it's time we clean this place up. I honed in my fire abilities and unleashed a massive fire blast onto the plants around us. They were scorched to ash one by one until finally I had exterminated the last of the weeds. Yahoo! Let's keep looking. We then moved towards the center of the plaza, but when we arrived, the ground under our feet suddenly trembled violently. Plants sprouted up around Fox, trapping him in place.
I can't move! What's going on?
Before we could react, Petey Piranha sprouted out of the plaza grounds.
Who's scorching my beautiful plants?
That's all him.
Dude, we're looking for our friends and they got in the way. Let him go.
No way! You pay for destroying my plants! Prepare to meet your match!
I braced myself as the ravenous flower came charging after me. On days 44 through 46, I was fighting it out with Petey, trying to save Fox from his clutches. The oversized plant used his poison blob attacks on me, proving to be a tough foe. Its sharp teeth chomped at me, dwindling my health bit by bit. But I wasn't about to be defeated by a giant plant. I unleashed my attacks onto it, trying to overpower the threat with everything I had. If I didn't win this fight, Fox would be up next on the chopping block. I continued my onslaught of attacks, but even with the power of the Earth Luma, we were neck and neck. The plant kept up the pressure, constantly throwing poison attacks in my direction, making it hard to win.
You think that'll stop me? Take this!
Petey charged towards me full force, but I managed to dodge the attack, causing him to collide into a building instead. The force caused the walls to collapse, revealing something useful waiting inside the rubble. Wait, is that TNT? Now's my chance. I quickly used my fire powers to ignite the blocks.
Oh no! Wait! Ah!
Petey tried to escape the trap, but it was too late. The TNT exploded into flames, taking down Petey with it. With the enemy gone, I used my flames to set Fox free from his prison.
Nice moves. Wait, I think I saw something pop up over there.
Really? Let's see. I took a closer look at the rubble and realized that a warp pipe had spawned within it.
Okay, that has to lead to the princess. Follow it.
But what about Luigi?
I can keep looking for him here. Just hurry before Bowser finds us.
Thanks, Fox. Here goes nothing. With my mission set, I leapt into the warp pipe, ready to take on wherever it would lead me next. On days 47 through 50, I arrived on the other side of the warp pipe to find myself standing in Rainbow Road. Rosalina has to be here. I can feel it.
Not so fast, visitor.
Just then, a speedy Koopa zoomed up in front of me. I'm here for Princess Rosalina. Stand aside.
Whoa. We don't settle things with fighting here. If you want the princess, you gotta beat me in a race.
All right, bring it on. The two of us made our ways to the starting line and prepared ourselves. The timer ticked down until finally the race had begun. The Koopa took off in a flash, quickly showing me he wasn't your average racer. What the? How are you so fast?
They don't call me Koopa the Quick for nothing. See you later, sucker.
I tried my best to catch back up with the runaway turtle, but he was just too quick for me to keep up. At this rate, I was gonna lose the race. I gotta think fast. Elemental powers, don't fail me now. I unleashed my elemental water to fill the tunnel with rushing rapids. It washed the Koopa out, leaving him completely disoriented. This allowed me to take the lead within the last moments. I managed to cross the finish line as the victor.
No! What? Nobody beats me!
Well, I just did. Now hand over Rosalina.
Not if my friend has anything to say about it.
Before I had a chance to react, Kamek appeared in front of me.
Sorry, but your princess is in another castle.
Hey, you double-crossed me!
Sorry, not sorry.
Kamek unleashed his chaotic magic onto me, teleporting me to another location. On days 51 through 54, I appeared inside of a cage within Bowser's castle. Standing on the other side of the bars was his right-hand man, Kamek.
Bowser's gonna be so pleased when he finds out I captured you.
Let me go!
After all the trouble you've caused to foil our plans? No way.
What do you even want Rosalina for?
She's the princess of the cosmos, meaning she has an incredible amount of star power. Bowser will harness it and use it to take control of the galaxies as its rightful king.
The galaxies aren't just for the Koopas. They're for everyone.
Maybe right now, but when we're done with our plans, they won't be anymore. Now, I think it's time I disposed of you.
How do you plan to do that?
Oh, we have some tricks up our sleeves.
Kamek unleashed a spell, causing the ground under me to electrify. I was zapped as my health began to drop bit by bit.
So long, Mario.
Kamek teleported away, leaving me to meet my demise. If I couldn't escape this cage soon, I was gonna be defeated. On days 55 through 57, I was trying to escape Kamek's trap before I was zapped to oblivion. I tried to break through the bars using a variety of attacks, but none of my elemental abilities were enough to crack it. It's no use. This thing can only be opened from the outside. Wait, that's it! I used my new elemental earth powers to summon massive rocks all around the outside of the cage, causing it to break apart. Soon enough, I managed to break it open, causing the electricity to vanish with it. I need to get out of here before they find me again. It's time to move. I began to navigate Bowser's castle in search of a way out. As I did, I thought I saw an interesting round man. However, when I took a second look, it was gone. Did you see that? Rewatch the video at 0.25 speed and try to find the secret. Suddenly, I stepped onto a pressure plate by mistake, activating one of Bowser's traps. The castle shifted around me, revealing a terrifying electrical obstacle course. More electricity? Where are they getting the power for this? Suddenly, an announcement played over the speakers of the castle.
Attention, Koopas! Mario has escaped!
They're coming for me! I guess I have no choice but to go forward. With nowhere to run, I decided to face the obstacle course head on. Using my platforming experience, I jumped through the course, doing my best to evade the electrical traps that stood in my way. Thanks to my skills, I was able to survive the course, reaching the other side in one piece. The exit has to be close. I can feel it!
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
Suddenly, Kamek appeared before me, once again stopping me dead in my tracks. On days 58 through 61, I was once again face to face with Kamek. Stand aside!
Are you sure? I'd rather not miss the reunion. I think it's time you saw an old friend of yours.
Kamek unleashed his chaos magic, summoning my friend Fox McCloud.
Where am I? What's going on? Mario, who's this weirdo in the pajamas?
It's a wizard's robe. Forget it.
Kamek then used the same magic to corrupt him, turning Fox into a monstrous form. What did you do to him?
My sorcery is capable of many things, including mind control. Have fun getting crushed.
Kamek then vanished into thin air as the corrupted Fox came towards me full force. I clashed with my ally as he came after me with his new crushing claws. In his new form, he was able to use his blaster to shoot a new slash power, along with his newfound physical strength, not holding back in the slightest. I tried to snap him out of it with my abilities, using all the powers I've been given so far from the elemental Lumas, but it was no use. He was tough in his corrupted state. Fox, I know you're in there, buddy. Wake up!
Must serve Bowser!
He lashed at me more with his laser slash attacks. My words were not getting through to him. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to do this the hard way. With no other choice, I led the enraged Fox towards one of the electrical traps behind us and managed to knock him into it.
Ah!
Electricity surged through him, causing him to finally return back to his normal self.
Oh, my head. Thanks for snapping me out of that.
Anything for you. I can't believe Kamek is turning us against each other.
I'm not the only one they're using. They have the electric Luma trapped here and are using her powers against us.
That explains the electricity. I need a saver.
She's that way, but hurry! More trouble is bound to show up.
I thanked Fox for the help and began to follow my new lead. On days 62 through 64, I arrived at another part of the castle where I discovered the electric Luma was being held. Hang on! I'm coming! I ran towards the Luma. Before I could reach her, Kamek appeared, stopping me in my tracks.
Why won't you just give up?
I'll never give up on the Mushroom Kingdom.
If that's the case, I'll just deal with you myself.
Without hesitation, Kamek came for me with his chaotic powers. He used his sorcery to try and outmatch me, proving just why he was Bowser's right-hand man. I unleashed my elemental attacks onto him, trying to take back the fight. But without the electric Luma's power, it was no use. He was just too strong. With a swift hit of his magic attack, I was left vulnerable.
So long, worthless plumber.
Just as I thought I was done for, a lightning bolt struck Kamek.
Pika!
Out of nowhere, the electric mouse Pikachu jumped into the fray. Are you one of Fox's friends?
Pika!
I'll take that as a yes.
You'll pay for that.
Kamek turned his sights onto Pikachu, buying me the opening I was waiting for. I rushed for the electric Luma, freeing her from her cage.
Here, take my power!
The Luma imbued me with her elemental power, causing me to transform into something even stronger. My other fist began to spark electricity as my body grew even larger than I was before. Stand aside, Pikachu. I've got this.
Pika!
Armed with my new powers, I jumped into battle, ready to take on Kamek. He tried to fight me off, but my newly acquired strength was too much for even him to win.
No, this wasn't supposed to happen. I'm never letting you leave this place.
Before we had a chance to land the finishing blow, Kamek unleashed one last-ditch attack. He managed to land a spell that teleported both Pikachu and I into the unknown.
Well, at least I still have the Luma. Wait, get back here. Hey, you!
On days 65 through 67, Pikachu and I appeared inside of a strange realm between time and space. We had no idea where we were. Are we between galaxies or something?
Pika!
Suddenly, a projectile was fired straight towards us.
Who goes there?
Hey, yeah?
We turned and discovered that Link and Falco were trapped in this realm too. Wait, we come in peace. Kamek sent us here.
Oh, looks like it's just new prisoners. Sorry about that. We haven't seen anyone here for quite some time.
What is this place?
We call it the In-Between. It's a realm between galaxies with no way out.
That can't be true. I need to get back to the real world so I can stop Bowser.
Well, there is one way out. You're right, it's much too dangerous. Nobody has ever been able to summon him.
What are you talking about?
Legend has it that there is an entity that guards this realm known as the Master Hand. If you can defeat him, you can escape back into the real world.
Then bring it on. I'll just have to take him down.
The only problem, nobody knows how to summon him, let alone defeat him.
Maybe we just need to make a bit of noise. Let's fight.
What? I thought we were on the same side.
Huh? We are, but if he senses something going on in his realm, he's bound to show up, right?
That's actually not a bad idea. Let's give it a try.
Pika!
What did he say?
He said he's not holding back.
I braced myself as the brawl began.
3, 2, 1, go!
On days 68 through 72, I was locked in battle with Falco, Link, and Pikachu as we did our best to lure out Master Hand.
I'm not so sure this is gonna work.
Trust the process. Suddenly, the ground trembled under our feet. Something big was coming. Yes, it's working. Keep fighting.
Pika!
Suddenly, Pikachu vanished into thin air. What the? Where did Pikachu go?
I don't know, he was right there a second.
Before I knew it, everyone had vanished. Everyone but me had been teleported away.
Who dares bring chaos to my realm?
Suddenly, a massive white-gloved hand appeared before me. You must be the Master Hand. Let us go!
Nobody leaves this place. If you want to escape, you must earn your freedom.
Fine, bring it on. But if I defeat you, you have to free me and the others.
So be it, human. 3, 2, 1, go!
Without hesitation, the monstrous hand came crashing down onto me with his bullet attacks. The hand was strong, using his form to his advantage around the battlefield, drilling into my body for crazy damage. He had a variety of impressive abilities, doing everything he could to outmatch me in battle. However, I wasn't his typical prisoner. Using my elemental powers, I managed to catch him off guard, unleashing a broad variety of explosive attacks.
How is this possible? You're a mere mortal!
I'm more than that. I'm a wielder of the elements. When he least expected it, I managed to land a strong slam attack, taking down the Master Hand.
You have bested me.
That's right, so let us go.
Very well. I will free you and your friends. But know what waits out there could be worse than the horrors here.
I'll take my chances. The Master Hand snapped his fingers, teleporting me back to the real world. On days 73 through 75, I appeared back into the real world to find myself inside of New Donk City. There, I could hear upbeat music playing nearby. I wonder if there's another Luma around here. Maybe that music's a clue. I followed the source of the music to find Pauline throwing an exciting celebration. What are we celebrating over here?
Oh, hey Mario. You're just the person I wanted to see, actually. I'm throwing a Mario party. You think you're up for a game of chance?
Hey, Mario's literally my name. What's the prize?
Prize is this.
Pauline revealed none other than a powerful invincibility star. Whoa, that would be perfect to help me take on Bowser. I'm in.
Great. Your opponent is the Mario Party champion. It's none other than Princess Peach.
Just then, Princess Peach floated down from above and into the party. What? But I don't want to fight a princess.
Don't worry, it's all in good fun. And besides, you know I'm capable of holding my own.
Well, all right. What's the game? Pauline revealed 3 mystery blocks before beginning to explain the rules.
You and Peach will each pick a power from the mystery boxes and use them to duke it out. The winner gets the star.
All right, let's see how lucky I am. I was up first. I picked up one of the mystery boxes and gave it a hit, spawning a blue mushroom. The negative effects of the power-up caused me to shrink down into a tiny size. What? There are bad ones in here too?
Ooh, tough luck. Looks like it's Peach's turn.
Peach stepped up next, hitting one of the other 2 blocks. Instead of a power down, she was granted a fire flower. She powered up, her once pink dress shifting into red and white.
Now you're not the only elemental user. You're going down.
This might be tougher than I thought.
It's time for the battle to begin. Ready, set, fight!
On days 76 through 79, I was fighting it out against Peach, trying to win the title of Mario Party champion. I was still able to unleash my elemental abilities onto her, but the blue mushroom weakened me immensely. In my tiny size, I couldn't get the upper hand. Meanwhile, Peach was far stronger now thanks to her Fire Flower upgrade. She was able to unleash her new fire attacks on me, showing just how powerful she really was.
Sorry, it'll take more than that to beat me.
Peach went in with another attack, throwing me for a loop. If I couldn't find a way to get the upper hand soon, I was gonna lose. Luckily, I had an idea. Maybe I can use my small form to my advantage. I began jumping up the nearby blocks with ease and getting to the high ground. When I had Peach right where I wanted her, I jumped down and landed a surprise ground pound attack.
Ouch!
The hit caused her to power down back to her normal self, winning me the match.
Oh man!
The winner is Mario!
Wahoo! Pauline handed over my invincibility star, which I kept in my inventory for safekeeping. Soon enough, the negative effects of the blue mushroom finally wore off, returning me back to my normal self. Good game, princess.
I'll get you next time.
Guys, the building over there is on fire.
I turned towards the direction Pauline was pointing in and realized that New Donk City was now in flames.
That wasn't us. What's happening?
I don't know, but it looks like trouble. I'm going in! I pressed onwards towards the chaos, determined to get to the bottom of this. On days 80 through 83, I arrived at the burning building to find that Bowser had descended onto New Donk City. He was unleashing his monstrous abilities, wreaking havoc on everything. Bowser is here? I can't let him see me. I need the power of the last Luma if I want to stand a chance in battle. I took cover behind one of the buildings and listened in as Kamek appeared before him.
Sire, we have a problem.
What now?
Well, it's about Master Hand. Mario was able to defeat him.
What? You said he would be foolproof.
I didn't realize how powerful he had become. I'm sorry.
Sorry isn't going to cut it. As long as that plumber is on the loose, I'll never control the stars. And now it's your price to pay.
Bowser unleashed a terrifying fire attack, draining Kamek of his star power and destroying him. Bowser absorbed his power, growing even more ferocious. Bowser leapt off of the rooftop and continued his rampage. Yikes! He eliminated his own kind! Just then, the Koopa King turned towards me and shot a fireball attack. The projectile pushed me out of my hiding spot, revealing me before him.
Eavesdropping? Oh well, I'll just crush you myself now.
I quickly made a run for it as Bowser stampeded after me. On days 84 through 86, I was being chased through New Donk City by the empowered Bowser. He fired his fireball attacks at me, trying to stop me in my tracks, but I used my jumping abilities to dodge them. One wrong move and I would be defeated before reaching my full potential.
You can't run forever.
I continued to run, but I knew I couldn't keep this up much longer. Just then, I spotted a power line and got an idea. No, but I think my elemental powers can help with that. I activated my electric powers, allowing me to zap into the power line like an electric surge.
No!
I sped through the power lines and into the mountains where I appeared on the other end. I had managed to escape New Donk City and Bowser's wrath for now. That was too close for comfort. I need to find the final elemental Luma, but I don't know where to start. Just then, Princess Peach ran towards me.
Mario!
Princess, are you okay?
I was going to ask you the same thing. I can't believe Bowser's attacking this place too.
I need to stop him, but I can't without the power of Galactic Luma. But he could be anywhere in the galaxy.
Sometimes what you're looking for is right under your nose.
Under my nose? Like my mustache?
Not quite. What I mean is, maybe you should retrace your steps. Something might show up.
Maybe you're right. Thanks, Peach. I know what I'm gonna do next. With my new lead, I left the area in search of a warp pipe. On days 87 through 89, I returned to the Comet Observatory in hopes of finding a clue back where I had started my journey. However, waiting there for me was none other than the Fire Luma.
Mario, you're back! What brings you here?
I'm trying to retrace my steps to find your last brother. Do you have any idea on something that could help?
Galactic has always been mysterious. He's a tough one to find. That being said, I think I have an idea. Come with me.
I followed behind the Fire Luma to another part of the Comet Observatory. There, he showed me a deactivated portal.
Mama was working on this for us elemental Lumas but never finished it. Maybe if you can get it working, it could help you find our last sibling.
What does it do?
I'm not too sure. I just know it's linked to our elemental powers. So maybe it could help you find Galactic?
It's worth a shot. Stand back! I took a closer look at the portal, hoping to figure out how to activate it. Just then, I noticed red, blue, green, and yellow blocks surrounding the border, giving me an idea. Wait, fire, water, earth, and electricity. That's it! I unleashed my variety of elemental abilities, hitting each corresponding block with an elemental attack. I seared the red block with my flames, doused the blue block with my water, cracked the green block with earth, and zapped the yellow block with my electricity. Suddenly, the portal sparked to life.
Whoa! I guess the secret was our elemental powers all along.
It wouldn't have been possible unless I had found the rest of you. What's ahead is probably something huge.
You think you can handle it?
I'll do anything to protect the galaxies. You can count on me.
All right. Be careful and good luck finding Galactic.
With the path forward now open, I stepped through the portal, unsure of what awaited me on the other side. On days 90 through 92, I appeared on the other side of the portal to find myself in a familiar area. I was in a stage known as World 1-1. Whoa, this is retro. Is the Galactic Luma somewhere around here? I guess there's only one way to find out. I allowed the muscle memory to kick in as I platformed to the side-scrolling level. As Mario, areas like this felt natural. As I jumped through obstacles, I spotted something interesting, but before I could take a better look, it ran off. Did you find all the secrets? Rewatch the video and look close to spot them all. Suddenly, I was stopped dead in my tracks as a deadly super piranha plant blocked the way. This wasn't the typical 1-1. The stage had been manipulated with new challenges. I knew it couldn't be this easy. Good thing I'm elemental. Using my fire powers, I burned the plant in my path to a crisp and pressed onwards. The next obstacle rose before me as I was soon met with a massive pit of lava. Water, go! I unleashed my water powers onto the lava, creating an obsidian bridge over the magma. The obstacles continued coming one after the other, but each one I was ready to face with my elemental abilities. I used my earth abilities to raise pillars from the bottomless pits, and platformed across them to the end of the course. I had managed to clear 1-1 despite the challenges. Wahoo! Alright, Galactic Luma, come on out! Suddenly, a new warp pipe spawned in front of me, revealing the path forward. Whoa, I didn't expect that. Let's see where this takes me. I leapt into the pipe and teleported into the unknown, ready to face whatever awaited me on the other side. On days 93 through 95, I arrived on the other side of the warp pipe to find myself inside of a dream world. Whoa, what is this place?
A visitor?
Suddenly, the Galactic Luma appeared before me. There you are! I finally found you! How did you get all the way into this realm?
Mama hid me here when she found out about the attacks from Bowser. She was able to save me, but the others, she was too late. How is everyone? Are they okay?
Your siblings are safe for now. I was able to save them.
I miss them so much. I wish they were able to come here with me. I would do anything to see them again.
Could I bring you back to the Comet Observatory with me? I'm sure they'd love to see you too.
Unfortunately, no. I'm down here until Mama can free me herself. It's part of the safety spell.
I guess that makes sense, but she still needs my help before she can do that.
Oh no! She's in danger?
Yeah, actually, that's why I came in the first place. I need your help.
What can I do?
Your siblings shared their elemental powers with me, making me as strong as I am now. Could you lend me yours?
I don't know. Mama always told me to protect my powers. Only those who are pure of heart can wield them.
How can I prove myself to you?
My powers should be able to read your heart. Hold still.
The Galactic Luma used his powers on me to take a look at my heart. He was able to see all of the challenges I had faced over my journey and everything I was doing to try and save the Mushroom Kingdom along with the rest of the galaxies. What do you think?
I see. You really are the hero she always read about in our books.
So, will you help me?
Absolutely. Please, use my galaxy powers wisely.
The Galactic Luma lent me his power, causing me to once again change forms. My elemental body was infused with the power of the cosmos, shifting my colors into a brilliant purple and blue. I was now the ultimate elemental user. I feel incredible! With this, I can finally take on Bowser.
And hurry back to the observatory. Thank you, Mario. And tell my siblings I say hi. We'll see each other again soon.
I'll pass the message. And don't worry, I'll make sure you're all reunited as a family. With the last of his power, the Galactic Luma teleported me away so I could complete my mission. On days 96 through 98, I appeared back at the Common Observatory to find the Fire Luma waiting for me.
Oh, you're back, and you look awesome.
All thanks to the Galactic Luma. Your brother's okay, by the way. He says hi.
Why doesn't he come back? We'd all love to see him again.
He wants to see you too, but your mom put him there for a reason. She wanted to make sure he was safe from Bowser at all costs.
Then why didn't Mama send us there too? I want to see my brother.
There wasn't enough time. She got to you guys too late.
Poor Mama. And now we got to her too late too. She's trapped in Bowser's castle.
Hey, don't lose hope yet. Remember why I started the quest in the first place. Your brother gave me his galactic powers, and with them, I'll be able to save Rosalina.
You really think it'll be enough?
Of course it will. I'm the hero of the Mushroom Kingdom. I won't let you down.
Okay, I trust you, Mario. Are you ready? I can take you to Bowser whenever you are.
I think so. Summon the warp pipe. I'm headed to Bowser's castle.
Roger that.
The Fire Luma used his powers to summon another warp pipe for me. It was time for me to face this head on and save Rosalina once and for all. I passed through the warp pipe and arrived on the other side to find myself at the entrance of Bowser's castle. To think the last time I was here, I was trying to escape. But no more running. I'm strong enough now to take that Koopa King down. I made my way towards the entrance, but before I could enter, Bowser Jr. stepped into my path.
You're not getting one step closer towards my dad.
Stand aside. I'm here to save Rosalina, not fight a shorty like you.
You think you can just waltz in here after everything we built? We're going to rule the galaxies together, and you're not going to stop us.
Bowser Jr. took out a mushroom power-up, causing him to scale into a massive size. He was just as big as his dad now.
Who's the shorty now?
Without hesitation, the powered-up beast came after me with everything he had. In his new form, Bowser Jr. had crushing Junior Scream attacks which he used to try and take me down in a single blow. However, I had come too far to fall by his hand. I fought back with my elemental powers, trying my best to keep the Koopa at bay. He was strong, but so was I. Thanks to the Galactic Luma's power, I now had access to a brand new ability. I unleashed my galaxy powers onto Bowser Jr., catching him off guard.
What is this element? I've never seen it before.
It's the power of the galaxy itself. Out of my way! I managed to strike him down with a galaxy laser attack, reverting him back to his original puny size. Now scram, Tiny!
You'll pay for this.
The turtle retreated, finally clearing the path ahead. I entered the castle prepared to take on the Koopa King himself. On day 99, I arrived in the heart of Bowser's castle where sitting inside of a locked cage was the princess I had been seeking since day one. It was none other than Rosalina.
Mario, you're here!
That's right, and I saved all of your elemental Lumas.
Thank you, but hurry and get me out of here before Bowser—
Before Bowser what?
Suddenly, Bowser dropped down into my path, blocking me from Rosalina just up ahead.
You're not taking my princess away. He's the source of all my star power.
It's not your star power to take. These galaxies belong to everyone.
That's where you're wrong. You're going down, little plumber. And when you're out of the way, I'll be unstoppable.
No way! With the power of all 5 elemental Lumas on my side, I'll show you just how strong I really can be!
Your elemental powers will never stop me. Come on, I'll crush you.
Bowser stormed towards me full force as our battle finally began. The fate of the galaxies was about to be decided. On day 100, I was locked in combat with the Koopa King himself, Bowser, as I fought desperately to save Rosalina from his clutches. He used his powerful fire attacks on me, trying to strike me down. Just like day 1, he was a powerful foe, and even worse, he had gained more strength over the course of these 100 days. However, I wasn't the same plumber from before either. I too had new abilities up my sleeve. I fought back with a barrage of elemental powers, blasting Bowser away with the variety of abilities I had at my disposal. My fire attacks were hot enough to sear through his shell. My water attacks were forceful enough to push him away, and my earth and electric attacks packed a powerful punch. To complete them, I was also armed with galactic powers that shook the fabric of reality itself. Even so, Bowser continued fighting with everything he had.
I see you can wield much more than fire now, but it won't be enough to stop me. Try this on for size.
Suddenly, the Koopa King sent out a powerful nuclear attack, completely catching me off guard and zapping my health down to nothing. Ugh, Mamma Mia!
You fool! You came so far and yet you still fall to my might. How pathetic.
It's not over yet.
Oh really? You're clinging on to your last bit of health. You're finished.
Bowser laughed in my face before he finished me off. But little did he know, I still had one more trick up my sleeve. Invincibility Star, go! The power of the star imbued within me, saving me from his next fatal blow. Now it was time to turn the tides.
What? How is this possible?
You're not the only one with immense power. I took my chance to counter his attacks, landing galaxy attacks onto him one after the other. Soon enough, I was the one coming out on top. With one final hit from my cosmic attacks, I was able to defeat the Koopa King once and for all, saving the galaxies from his evil reign. I quickly rushed to Rosalina's side and broke her free from her prison.
You did it! You not only saved me, but all of the galaxies.
Or so we thought. Suddenly, the ground under our feet began to tremble violently. Wait, this isn't supposed to happen. What's going on?
The galaxy must have become unstable after you defeated Bowser.
Just then, a portal opened near Rosalina, almost sucking her through the other side. I had to do something. Look out! I sacrificed myself to save the princess, getting sucked through the portal in her stead. I wasn't sure what would become of me as I passed through space and time, but one thing was certain. My journey had only just begun. I spawned into the city in front of the first Chaos Emerald. Once I obtain all 7 Chaos Emeralds, nothing will stop me from taking over the world. Before I could get my hands on the emerald, a missile landed in front of me, launching me back. I looked up to find a military helicopter from Gun hovering behind me.
Your reign of terror ends here, you diamond menace. Release the ultimate life form.
The ground trembled as they released the monstrous entity known as Shin Shadow onto me. He was even larger than me, had black and red quills, and had pure chaos energy flowing through him.
At last, I've been freed. Now it's time for me to cut loose and show you all how powerful I am.
Shin Shadow began to use his massive amounts of power to not only attack me, but also the gun helicopter above us.
No, you're supposed to obey us.
I listen to no one. Your mistake was thinking that you could contain me, control me. But it is I who will control everything in this world.
As Shin Shadow attacked the gun helicopter and kept them distracted, I used my sonic speed to run by and snatch the first Chaos Emerald. Power surged through my body as my legs elongated and my mouth tore into a wicked smile. I had reached Form 2, gained 5 hearts, and new diamond powers. Unfortunately for me though, the military helicopter ended up flying away, and my transformation got the attention of Shin Shadow.
Hand over that Chaos Emerald, Faker.
Faker? I think you're the fake monster around here.
You're not even good enough to be my fake.
The beast crawled after me, forcing me to run for my life. On day 2, I was being chased through the city by the massive Shin Shadow. He was incredibly powerful and extremely fast, but my supersonic speeds allowed me to stay ahead of him. You need to give up this chase. I'm the fastest monster alive.
We shall see. Chaos Control!
Without warning, Shin Shadow teleported behind me. He had the power to warp with his Chaos Emerald. He struck me with a light attack, dealing serious damage and launching me into the freeway behind me. He's even more powerful than I am! He tried to land another attack on me, but I managed to use my speed to evade him and take a different route. To my horror, he once again teleported and appeared in my path. No matter where I turned, Shin Shadow was always one step ahead.
I will show you why I'm the ultimate life form.
Just as I was about to be killed, a capsule formed around me. A scientist then approached the capsule. It was Dr. Eggman.
At last, the power of the Diamond Shin Sonic is mine!
The inside of the capsule sent out an electric shock, which caused me to black out. When I woke up, I realized that I was trapped in an enclosed room inside Eggman's lab. I looked and saw that there was a Chaos Emerald linked directly to the room.
This was even easier than I thought it would be.
What are you doing? Let me out of here so I can swallow you whole.
Tempting, but I'm afraid I'll have to decline. You see, with the power of the Chaos Emerald here, I'll be able to drain that diamond energy right out of you. With that power at my side, my robot army will finally be strong enough to conquer this world and reshape it into the Eggman Empire.
You've made a grave mistake, Doctor. This is a power you can't control.
Phooey! There's nothing in this world that won't bend to my genius.
He then activated a control panel linked to the Chaos Emerald, causing it to shock me and begin to drain my diamond power. Unfortunately, it was too much for the machine to handle. The entire lab began to fill with smoke.
What's happening? No!
The cage containing me exploded as it overloaded, and flames spread across the lab around us. On day 3, as the fire spread as a result of the explosion, I saw Eggman snatching up the Chaos Emerald.
I have to get out of here. That thing is going to kill me.
Run all you want, Eggman. I'll chase you to the ends of the earth to satisfy my hunger. Eggman ran out of the lab and shut the door behind him. As I ran over to the sealed door, I spotted something interesting nearby. Did you see that? There are loads of other awesome secrets hidden throughout the video. Try to find them all. I smashed through the door and ran down the hallway to pursue Eggman. I ran after him, my speed allowing me to quickly catch up to Eggman, cornering him as he took a wrong turn and ended up at a dead end. There's no escape.
You think I'm gonna go down that easily? Get a load of this!
Eggman suddenly activated a button on his jacket and released an electromagnetic shockwave. The blast struck me, but my diamond skin allowed me to endure it. I'm made of diamonds. It'll take more than one of your toys to stop me. I hit Eggman with a diamond attack, disintegrating him completely. He dropped the Chaos Emerald upon his death, and I quickly claimed it for myself. Even more power surged through me, forcing me down onto all fours. My body contorted into something even stronger and more monstrous. I had 5 more hearts and new abilities. Without warning, the room began to tremble. The laboratory had become unstable. I better get out of here before I'm buried. I ran for my life as rubble crashed down around me. On days 4 through 7, I used my speed to try and outrun the collapsing facility. I ran down various hallways as debris fell from above. I quickly stepped side to side, evading rubble as it crumbled over my head. Unfortunately, I was soon forced to stop as a wall of rubble fell into my path. But the power of the Chaos Emerald had made me stronger, and I was able to break through the wall with a mighty attack and keep running ahead. Must get out of here. Must feed on more power. I managed to make it outside just as the exit completely collapsed to the ground. If this is my power with just 2 Chaos Emeralds, then imagine finding all 7. I'll reach my ultimate form if it's the last thing I do. Suddenly, a flurry of bullets fired at me, bouncing off my diamond skin. I turned and realized a squad of gun soldiers had discovered my whereabouts. What took you so long, pathetic humans? They continued to fire at me and charged forward foolishly. I used my raw strength and powers to take them out in waves, decimating their forces. Is that all you've got?
We need backup.
As I finished off the last of the soldiers, Knuckles crashed down onto me, cracking through my armor with his massive fists.
Come on, Sonic. I know you're in there. You can stop this madness.
Don't say that name. I'm Shin Sonic now.
I don't want to hurt you.
I'd like to see you try.
If that's how you want to play this, then fine.
Just then, Knuckles released a massive mech of his own that dropped down from above. He then hopped inside of it and immediately came after me. On days 8 through 10, I clashed with the Knuckles mech, using my diamond powers to try and take it down. Unfortunately for me, it was heavily armored and took barely any damage from my blows. The bot fought back with its fiery lava gun, scorching through my armored skin for massive damage.
Lava melts through diamond, Sonic. Against a mech like this one, you don't stand a chance.
Ugh, he's right. I need a retreat. I tried to run away from the mech, but unfortunately, Knuckles was one step ahead of me.
Not so fast.
The mech fired magma shots into the sky, landing onto the ground next to me as I ran. The streets around me burst into flames, giving me limited options to escape. I continued to flee, but I grinded to a halt as I was faced with deadly lava blocking my path. The mech was closing in, and I was running out of options. If I'm gonna get out of here, then I'll need to jump my way across this. On days 11 through 14, I began to platform over the lava as fast as I could as the mech began to close in. It continued to fire attacks down onto me, forcing me to jump quickly from platform to platform. Because of this, I found myself having several close calls, nearly tripping into the lava. I'm almost there. I took one last leap and managed to make it to the other side of the terrain. However, before I had a chance to run, the mech struck me with a magma projectile, staggering me.
You're not getting away.
Ugh, are you sure about that? I quickly used my diamond beam attack to destroy the platform Knuckles was about to jump on, causing him to fall straight into the lava. The robot melted down into nothing as Knuckles and another Chaos Emerald spat out of the land in front of me. Another Chaos Emerald. Perfect!
Ugh, get away from that.
I used my speed to grab the emerald before Knuckles could, causing my body to grow even longer and larger. I had 5 more hearts and even more abilities. You're next, Echidna.
This is bad. Activate the emergency protocol.
The ground trembled as another mech dropped in from the sky, this one looking 10 times stronger than the last. You don't scare me. I tried to attack the robot, but it was completely unfazed by my hits. Oh no, I'm out of here. I ran away to find cover as the mech pursued me. On days 15 through 17, I fled the city and soon found myself running through the forest as the new mech chased after me. It fired at me from its Gatling gun arm as it pursued me. It then launched explosive shoulder missiles at me, setting the surrounding forest on fire as it tried to kill me. The flaming trees made it harder to navigate through the forest, slowing me down. I continued to try and outrun the mech, but it was starting to close in. This can't be the end! Just as I thought I was done for, the mech suddenly stopped in its tracks.
Fall back! Fall back!
It immediately gave up the chase and turned around to run away. What the? Suddenly, Shin Shadow arrived into the area. I took cover and hid, knowing that he was even stronger than the previous threat I was facing. He prowled around, surveying the area around him like a predator.
I sense the power of the Chaos Emeralds around here. It will be mine.
As he searched his surroundings, I did my best to try and sneak around him. However, the flames from the forest fire were beginning to deal extensive damage to me as I did. My health was dropping fast. I need to heal before my wounds get to me. Just then, I spotted some lizards fleeing into a den, so I followed them in hopes of having a quick snack that could restore some of my health. I made my way down into the underground den and managed to corner them. However, the lizards began to act strangely. Before I knew what was happening, they mutated and fused together into a terrifying monster. Shin Shadow's presence here. It's mutating the wildlife. Without warning, the mutant lizard abomination lunged at me and I braced myself for battle. On days 18 through 21, I was fighting off the reptilian beast in an attempt to overpower them. I used my diamond attacks to keep them at bay, but the monster fought back with power lizard attacks of their own. I had immense strength, but they had the power of many on their side. We were evenly matched. I'm not letting some reptile kill me. I'll reduce you to dust. I unleashed an empowered beam attack, crushing the lizard mutant once and for all. I ran up and gathered their meat and gobbled it up. It was enough to heal my burns and restore my health. Alright, time to get out of here before… Suddenly, my biggest fears came true as Shin Shadow entered the den and stared down at me menacingly. Before that happens!
I found you, Faker.
I ran deeper into the den as Shin Shadow pursued me from behind. He was fast enough to catch up to me quickly, but I avoided being killed thanks to the fact that he was too big to chase me through the den. When I made it through and emerged on the other side, I found myself in Green Hill. Shin Shadow is powerful. If I want this world to be mine, I need to hurry and find the rest of the Chaos Emeralds.
Not happening.
Without warning, Knuckles arrived once again. You can't kill me! Prepare to die! I chased after him, only to step over a leaf trap that he led me into. I landed at the bottom and spotted a signpost marked past, and was warped into a flashback. On days 22 through 25, I appeared in a flashback with my friends, Knuckles and Tails, living happily in Green Hill.
Come on, Sonic! Let's go hang at the workshop! I've got this totally amazing new invention I'm working on!
Sounds awesome, buddy! Lead the way! Tails led Knuckles and I through Green Hill towards his workshop, when suddenly I felt a strange force calling to me. I looked and saw a strange room at the end of a bridge. What's that? I made my way over to the room to investigate. Inside were rows of spikes leading to a spooky face with diamond eyes. As I neared it, the eyes activated and strange energy suddenly shot out of it and into my being. A dark force quickly took over my body, transforming me into a new, corrupted form.
The heck is going on, Sonic? It's not like you to fall behind.
Sonic, are you okay?
Tails and Knuckles walked over to me and saw that I'd become a Diamond Shin Sonic. Hungry! I lunged at Tails, but I was knocked aside as Knuckles struck me with a heavy punch, protecting Tails.
Run! He's lost his mind!
I ran towards Knuckles in an attempt to strike him, but he was ready and landed another heavy attack. I turned and ran off, escaping through a tunnel and beginning my rampage through Green Hill.
I don't know what happened to you, Sonic, but I know that I can't let anyone get hurt because of you.
Knuckles ran after me, determined to stop my rampage and return me to my normal self. Before I knew it, the flashback faded, and I woke up in the present at the bottom of Knuckles' trap.
Do you remember? You weren't always a monster.
This is what I am now, and there's nothing you can do to stop me. I destroyed the signpost and jumped out of the trap. I closed in on Knuckles and called upon my monstrous power to chain his hands to two totem poles nearby. Any last words?
I need reinforcements, now!
Suddenly, the GUN mech from before arrived, and I realized this battle had only just begun. On days 26 through 28, the military mech closed in on me and began firing their weapons in my direction. I thought I'd survive, but I quickly realized they were shooting diamond-piercing rounds at me. Looks like you're bringing out the expensive ammo. I'll show you that you're nothing to me. I used my diamond powers to fight back, chipping away at the mech's armor. I thought I was coming out on top until one of the mechs fired an explosive shot at me, causing an explosion beneath my feet. The explosion formed a giant hole in the ground, and I took massive damage. This guy is trickier than I thought. I better get out of here. With no way out, I used my powers to dig my way through the hole to evade the gunfire. I soon emerged into another part of Green Hill to find it had become a wasteland. It was looking a lot more like Sand Hill right now. Shin Shadow must be draining the life force from here. It's making him stronger. I can't let him defeat me. That's when I heard the stomping sounds of Shin Shadow's heavy footsteps. He was nearby, and I could hear his voice echoing around me.
I can smell you, Sonic. You're around here somewhere.
Suddenly, I spotted a Flicky flying around in the sky. I could really use some food right now after that close call. I'll have to snack on that Flicky to get my health up. Realizing my health was low, I decided to pursue it from below. On days 29 through 32, I followed the Flicky across the sandy plains of what was once Green Hill. The Flicky took me to a new location, and to my surprise, the next Chaos Emerald was there. It looks like it's my lucky day. I approached the emerald, but before I could grab it, the foolish Flicky swooped down and grabbed it. It corrupted the bird and mutated him, transforming him into a horrifying monster. Suddenly, the monstrous bird attacked me. He used a fire breath attack that scorched my diamond skin and did serious damage to my body. I fought back with my diamond shock attacks, but the power of the emerald made him extremely durable. I couldn't do enough damage to him to bring him down. I'm taking that emerald for myself. I blasted the mutated Flicky with a beam attack, causing it to drop the emerald. I quickly grabbed the emerald and transformed, gaining 5 more hearts and new powers. You're mine now, you pathetic creature. With the awesome power of the Chaos Emerald fueling me, I lunged at the Flicky, attacking him repeatedly and weakening him significantly. With a single lash from my tongue, I pierced the Flicky's heart and killed it. I was then able to consume his meat for extra health, healing myself back up. Just then, I turned and noticed someone watching me. Tails took off to try and escape from me. I immediately began to chase after him. That's it! Run! Make it more fun for me! On days 33 through 35, I was chasing Tails through the forest. He was nimble and able to evade between the trees. However, he took a wrong turn and ended up cornered. I approached him, ready to feed.
Oh no! I can't fly through these!
I cut him short, using my tongue to pierce his neck. Tails fell to the ground before transforming into a corrupted version of himself.
Need flesh!
Tails lunged at me viciously, but with a lightning attack, I was able to knock him back. Suddenly, I was hit from behind. I turned and saw that there was another Tails standing behind me. What the? I looked around in horror as I realized that there were many different copies of Tails surrounding me. He had the ability to multiply. As one, they all attacked me. They swarmed me, coming at me from all angles. My diamond armor was tough, but the sheer number of clones allowed Tails to chip away at my health bit by bit. Ah! Get off of me! I slammed the ground and summoned diamond fangs from the earth that chomped all the Tails clones to bits. Eventually, only the original Tails remained. You obey me, got it?
Yes, sir! Won't happen again, sir!
Just then, Gun arrived on the scene and ambushed me.
We're putting you down for good, you monster!
Time to put that power to use.
Tails clones, after them!
Tails multiplied himself once again and sent the clones after the Gun soldiers as they charged in. On days 36 through 39, an epic battle between the Gun agents and Tails clones began. Gun had immense firepower on their side, and as I fought against them, I watched as they gunned down many different Tails clones. However, thanks to Tails' multiply ability, more and more kept coming. We were neck and neck, but gradually the clones began to take down more and more of Gun's forces. Time to end this! I used my ultimate beam attack on the last soldier standing, taking them all out at once. As they died, they dropped a map and I quickly picked it up. Testing facility, huh? I bet they're securing the next Chaos Emerald inside. Let's move!
Yes, my leader!
I set out with Tails and arrived at a maximum security facility. It was heavily guarded from the outside, and there were mechs forming a perimeter around the building. I could tell just by looking at them that the weapons they had could break through my diamond armor. There's no way I can get in there without being spotted.
Don't worry, leave it to me!
Tails duplicated himself and created an army that flew in towards the facility. He rushed towards the guards and drew their attention.
Hey, that fox has been infected! Get after him!
I ran at full speed, crashing into the facility and breaking into it. On days 40 through 43, I broke into the building, finding the next Chaos Emerald inside. There you are, my precious! I approached the emerald as emergency sirens started blaring. Before I could reach the emerald, one of Eggman's robots dropped down into the room, getting between me and the emerald. What the? But Eggman's gone!
But his tech is still useful.
The robot fired a rocket at me, but I was able to dash to the side at high speed and avoid being hit. The military must be reusing Eggman's inventions to take me down. I ran at the robot and landed a beam attack, but it was extremely sturdy and endured the hit easily. It retaliated with a heavy rocket attack, sending me flying back. I could tell that this was not gonna be easy. It followed this up with missile attacks that I struggled to evade. It was clear that this robot had been equipped with new artillery that made it even stronger than the average Eggman bot. As the robot ran at me, I used my diamond powers to put up a shield of diamonds to protect from its next attack, but it was able to completely destroy it.
Must eradicate little blue menace.
It attacked once more, and I fought back with my diamond attacks, but it wasn't enough to stop the bot. This is getting me nowhere. I need to power up. I used my speed to dodge a kill shot from the Eggman robot and ran over to the emerald. I grabbed it with my tongue and began to transform, gaining 5 new hearts and new powers. I was now in my prime Shinsonic form, with 4 long arms and the ability to do a diamond spin dash. Armed with these new abilities, I charged into the Eggman robot at full speed, completely destroying it for good. Your master was pathetic, just like you. That was when Shin Shadow suddenly appeared behind me.
Pathetic, you say? I'm afraid the only pathetic one here is you.
Oh yeah? Watch this! I quickly used my spin dash attack, actually managing to land a hit on Shin Shadow.
You've gotten stronger, I see. Unfortunately, I don't have the time to deal with you. I've got bigger plans.
That was when a gun soldier attempted to confront us.
Hey! You guys can't be here!
Perfect timing. Chaos Control!
Shin Shadow had transformed him into a massive corrupted monster. The upgraded soldier set his sights on me and ran into attack. Not wanting to face two powerful foes at once, I ran for my life. On days 44 through 46, I was chased to the facility by the corrupted entity, finding myself in the chemical plant zone. I ran through the machinery and winding pathways at high speed, but Shin Shadow had made the corrupted guard fast too. He continued to chase me as I ran through the plant. You really think you can catch me? I'm Shin Sonic!
Maybe so, but you better watch where you're going.
I turned around and realized I was headed straight for a pool of acid. I managed to perform a big jump and clear the acid pool. I landed and looked back to see the officer couldn't clear the jump. Unfortunately, this trap was just the beginning. I looked around and realized this entire area was filled with pools of acid. There was a long pipe that led to the other side, and I had no choice but to use it. Knowing that I didn't want to be caught by the corrupted guard, I began platforming over the acid. I was careful with how I moved so that I wouldn't slip and fall into the burning liquid below. As I made my way across, I thought I spotted something interesting. Did you see that? Rewatch the video at 0.25 speed and see if you spot it. I was beginning to near the other side of the acid pit when suddenly the corrupted guard dropped down in front of me.
Nowhere to run now, Hedgehog. You're done for.
I'm not going down without a fight. I jumped at the corrupted officer and our battle began. On days 47 through 50, I was fighting off the corrupted officer. We took swings back and forth at one another. His strength was just as crushing as my own. The officer used his knife hand attacks on me, hitting me hard and nearly knocking me into the acid behind me. I ran at him at high speed and fought him head on with my attacks. I landed several attacks in quick succession, but even with 5 Chaos Emeralds on my side, he was able to withstand my power. Suddenly, I heard a familiar voice call out to me.
Sonic, duck!
Tails flew in, hitting the corrupted officer with a sneaky projectile attack. My foe was left staggered, giving me an opening. I took my chance to strike him down with a finishing blow, knocking him into the acid. Upon his death, the corrupted officer dropped the next emerald, but it began to sink down beneath the surface of the acid. No, we have to get it out of there. Just then, the chemical plant began to shake around us. I looked in the distance and saw that Shin Shadow had entered the area.
Where are you hiding, Hedgehog?
He's coming straight for us. What do we do?
It's time to see how strong my diamond armor really is. I dove into the acid in an attempt to retrieve the emerald. On days 51 through 54, I sank under the surface of the acid. I took damage from the acid as I swam towards the 6th emerald, which was floating at the bottom. My diamond armor kept me from dying immediately, but I sensed that I couldn't stay under the acid for long. The pain made it difficult to swim, but little by little, I was nearing the emerald. Almost there, just a little more! I swam towards it, grabbing it before my health completely depleted. I transformed. I gained 5 hearts and new powers. I broke through the surface of the acid and unleashed my new electric surge powers around me, igniting the chemicals in the area and causing explosions. I could feel the power surging within me. I'm 1 emerald away from reaching my ultimate form. Unfortunately for me, that's when Shin Shadow spotted me.
There you are.
Shin Shadow was about to attack me, but he was too late. Explosions erupted everywhere. The plant was coming down.
You may have 6 of the Chaos Emeralds, but as long as the 7th is in my possession, you'll never reach your final form.
Shin Shadow used this opportunity to use his Chaos Control to teleport away and escape. Knowing that I would die if I stayed in the exploding chemical plant, I ran away as fast as I could. On days 55 through 57, I was running away as the chemical plant exploded around me. Thanks to my diamond armor, the explosion didn't inflict any serious damage onto me, and I was able to endure long enough to make it out alive. As I escaped, I came upon Tails, who was waiting for me.
Shin Sonic, you survived!
Thanks to your assistance, not bad for a minion.
Well, that's not all I was able to do. Check this out.
He handed me a map he was able to snag while infiltrating the chemical plant.
This map leads to Angel Island. I think Gun is planning something big up there.
If Gun is involved, then it could be big enough to help me get that final emerald from Shin Shadow.
What do you say?
I'll definitely check this out, but you better stay here. Gun is hot on our trail, and I wouldn't want you getting caught before the grand finale.
Roger that, sir. But how are you going to get up there? Angel Island is floating in the clouds.
Huh. I hadn't thought of that.
I think I know a way. Follow me.
Tails led me elsewhere and over to a plane. It was a Tails tornado.
With this lane. You should be able to get up to Angel Island, no problem.
You've been most useful, Fox. That Chaos Emerald will be mine. I got into the tornado and flew off into the sky, leaving Tails behind. With the map as my guide, I flew towards Angel Island. On days 58 through 61, the map eventually led me to Angel Island. As the tornado flew over it, I jumped out of the plane and landed down upon its green, grassy surface. So this is where the echidna likes to run and hide to. I began to move forward, but Knuckles suddenly dropped down and stopped me in my tracks.
Sonic, what are you doing on my island?
I told you, I'm Shin Sonic, and I'm here to take what's rightfully mine. Now tell me, what does Gun want with this place?
I'll never tell you. I don't know how you ended up like this, but you're not the friend I once knew. You've become a demon, and you can't be trusted with any kind of power.
Then I'll just have to take it from you, even if it means tearing this whole place down to find it.
You won't harm a single blade of grass on my island.
Knuckles jumped up to attack me, landing a heavy punch that knocked me back. I could tell he was determined to defend his home. He ran in at me, and I struck him with a tongue attack, causing him to stagger. I ran in for a follow-up strike, but he dug into the ground and avoided me. You can't hide from me! I ran around the island in search of Knuckles, but only found tunnels that he had dug through. After a bit more searching, I spotted him digging up to the surface while also arriving at the shrine of a massive emerald. I can feel such power emanating from that emerald. That must be the weapon capable of destroying Shin Shadow.
Huh? You're not getting your hands on the Master Emerald!
Before Knuckles could get to me, Shin Shadow crashed into the ground from above, sending Knuckles flying back off the island.
There it is, the ultimate power.
No, that emerald is mine! As Shin Shadow approached the shrine, I charged in and tackled him away from it, beginning our next fight. On days 62 to 64, I clashed with Shin Shadow, trying to overpower him before he could get to the Master Emerald. It was do or die at this moment.
Playtime is over. Chaos Control!
He used his emerald to teleport behind me and struck me. I turned to try and strike him again, but he teleported once more. This made him nearly impossible to hit. The odds were not in my favor. Stop moving so fast and face me!
Aren't you supposed to be the fastest thing alive?
He appeared behind me once again and struck me with a slash attack, doing notable damage.
I knew you were nothing but a cheap faker.
I'll make you eat those words! I ran at him and managed to knock the emerald out of his hand before he could activate it. Looks like the Chaos Emerald is mine now! I grabbed the 7th Chaos Emerald, mutating into my strongest form yet. I gained 5 hearts and increased strength. Now you'll taste the true power of Diamond Shin Sonic!
Bring it on!
I used my abilities to fight Shin Shadow. With the power of all 7 Chaos Emeralds on my side, I was finally able to put up a good fight against him. We traded several blows back and forth. Shin Shadow was tough, but I was able to evade and counter his attacks frequently. I was starting to get the upper hand. I've got you now!
I think you've forgotten about something.
Shin Shadow knocked me back and ran over to the Master Emerald. He touched it, causing him to transform into a more powerful state.
Finally, power befitting the ultimate life form.
Oh no! He's way too powerful now! I have to run! I sped off as fast as I could, but with the power of the Master Emerald, Shin Shadow was able to strike me with a strange power attack, levitating me into the sky.
So long, Shin Sonic!
He released me from his binding power, and I fell from the sky and into the ground beneath my feet. On days 65 to 67, I crashed down into a cave below the surface. Shin Shadow's blow had my head spinning, but I quickly woke up when I noticed that the cave was filling with lava. I'm gonna get melted down if I don't get out of here! I won't let all of this be for nothing. I tried to climb out, but the walls were too steep. I had to come up with a plan. The longer I spent searching for a way out, the higher the lava rose. I was running out of both options and time. That's when I spotted a crack in the cave wall. Looks like I'm gonna have to take a big risk. I used my new spin dash move to break through the crack. I ended up in a narrow tunnel and ran down it. Unfortunately, I ended up in yet another cave. I landed on a platform that was completely surrounded by even more lava. It was rising towards me. No, I'm trapped. I thought this was the end for me. On days 68 to 72, I thought I was trapped, until suddenly Tails flew down towards me.
Hey, Sonic! I'm here to help!
He landed beside me and pulled out a bucket of water. He dropped the water onto the lava and turned it into obsidian, stopping it from rising any further. Huh, not bad for a weak servant. Now get me out of here! Tails flew back to the entrance he had made and I followed him back up to the surface.
You got all the Chaos Emeralds. What happened back there?
Shin Shadow got a hold of the Master Emerald. It not only made him stronger, but reduced the strength of my emeralds. I still can't beat him.
Well, if you need something else to get stronger, how about you go for the 3 diamond rings?
Diamond rings? What are those?
They're powerful relics, hidden across the world. I think they can give you the edge you need to finally stop Shin Shadow once and for all.
Tails then handed me a map.
This will take you to the first ring, but hurry, who knows who else is seeking them out?
Thanks, I'll begin my search now. I left Tails behind and sped off to begin my search for the first diamond ring. On days 73 to 75, I arrived at the Studiopolis zone to find that the place was in ruin. The vibrant, bustling energy of the city was completely gone. Someone or something caused a massive amount of damage. What happened here? Who did this? I explored the area for the whereabouts of the diamond ring only to come upon a film set. The Chaotix team was standing in front of it.
Oh man, this is a disaster! With the city shut down, how are we supposed to film the commercial for the detective agency now?
Just then, I was approached by strange entities that looked like TVs. They had been brought to life by Shin Shadow's corruption.
Shin Shadow will rule all! You must die, faker!
Not while I'm here to stop him! I used my powers as the TV entities swarmed me. Their smaller size meant that I was able to take several of them down, cutting their numbers down in no time.
Bring in the big guns!
Suddenly, a massive TV entity fell down before me.
Your journey ends here, Shin Sonic.
Oh, heck no! No amount of publicity is worth this!
The Chaotix ran off as the massive TV entity charged at me and I braced myself for battle. On days 76 to 79, I fought with a giant TV monster. He used his monstrous blade attacks, doing much more damage than any of the smaller ones had. I tried to fight back with my Diamond Blast attacks, but I wasn't even able to crack his screen. This was gonna be a tough fight. Ugh, you're tough, but I could run straight through you. I ran straight at him and managed to knock him back with my spin dash attack. He crashed into a nearby building, revealing the first diamond ring. There it is! I went for the ring, but the TV monster came back to life, stopping me with a tentacle screen attack.
You won't escape me. This is the end of you.
He unleashed horrifying tentacles from his screen as he ran after me. I was able to jump up to avoid them and speed towards the ring with my spin dash, finally reaching it and grabbing it. I turned as the monster charged me. Sorry, but your show's canceled. The diamond ring released a burst of energy, which shocked the monster to his core and overloaded his circuits, killing him instantly. Suddenly, I grew bigger in size and gained 5 hearts and increased strength. Tails was right about these diamond rings. With their power, I'll overthrow Shin Shadow. Suddenly, a gun helicopter flew overhead. The commotion and destruction of our battle had caught their attention. Oh no, I have to hide, or it's over! I ran off, hoping to take cover before they spotted me. On days 80 to 83, I tried my best to conceal myself from the helicopter above me. As it flew around, I tried to hide behind a building, but due to my massive size, they were able to spot me.
There he is!
I guess I'll have to make like a hedgehog and burrow! Before they could open fire on me, I ran off to find a safe area to burrow into the ground. Eventually, I found myself falling and landing in a hidden cavern. The walls were lined with diamond blocks. This place looks a bit sketchy, but I better take a closer look. I investigated the cavern for any clues that could help me on my quest. As I did, I noticed that the diamonds seemed to be making some sort of symbol on the wall. But I didn't know what it meant. As I was searching for clues as to what it meant, I felt something watching me. But when I looked again, it was gone. Did you see that? Rewatch at 0.25 speed and see if you spotted it too. Just then, I spotted a red gem in the middle of the symbol that the diamonds were making. I curiously touched the gem. But when I did though, strange dark energy shot out into my body, causing me to shrink down to a smaller size. No, my power! I ran, fearing what may happen next if I stayed in this cave. But as I did, I accidentally triggered a trap. The room trembled as pieces of rubble fell around me and lava began to seep in through the cracks. I need to get out of here. I made a run for it, hoping that I would find a way to escape before I burned to death. On days 84 to 86, I was running for my life as lava poured in from all around me. Before the molten liquid could reach me, however, I managed to make it into another room. This cavern I ran into was made almost entirely out of diamond. If this doesn't lead to the next diamond ring, I don't know what will. I explored the area until I saw a wall with 7 empty slots. What's this supposed to mean? Let me through, you dumb wall! I tried to brute force it, but due to my smaller size, I couldn't break it down. This must be some sort of puzzle. I'll have to try something else then. Wait a second, there's 7 slots. I wonder. As I remembered that I had the 7 Chaos Emeralds, I began to wonder if they would fit in the slots. I didn't want to sacrifice them, but I would remain trapped in this temple if I didn't try. I placed the emeralds in the empty slots. I stepped back and observed, but nothing happened. Come on! If that wasn't it, then what could? Just then, the cavern around me trembled for a moment. As it stopped, the door suddenly opened. It worked! I guess that door was just old, but I'm not leaving without my emeralds. I quickly grabbed all of my emeralds and returned them to my inventory. However, as I took the emeralds off the slots, the area began to tremble again. Oh no, I better get out of here before something bad happens. I used my supersonic speeds to dash through the door before it was too late. On days 87 to 89, I arrived in the next room where I found the second diamond ring waiting for me on a pedestal. I knew it. Once I snagged that, I should return back to normal size. Before I was able to grab it, Knuckles dropped down and faced me.
End of the line, Shin Sonic. I didn't want to do this, but if bringing you down is what it takes to save the world, then so be it.
What are you gonna do to me? You're a weakling.
I am an Echidna warrior. You don't know the meaning of strength.
He grabbed the ring for himself, causing him to transform into a larger state. His skin was now shiny, cyan armor just like mine. He had become Diamond Knuckles.
You're not Sonic anymore. You're just a freak wearing his face. And I know the real Sonic would want me to do whatever it takes to stop you. You're going down.
He charged in and our battle kicked off. I lunged at him and attacked with electric attacks, but he was even stronger now and could brush them off and keep fighting. He landed multiple blows with his Diamond Knuckles. I felt my diamond skin break apart bit by bit the more he hit me. I used my various attacks to fight back, launching him away. I thought I would have an advantage when he was further away, but he was able to quickly close the gap and strike me again. He was a deadly opponent.
I'll make you pay for everything.
I fought back, but no matter what I did, I couldn't overpower him. He sent me flying into a corner. I had taken so much damage that I could barely move.
You sealed your fate when you made the mistake of going to my island, you abomination. I'm ending this now.
Knuckles ran in to finish me off, and I was helpless to stop him. But that's when one last idea came to mind. Knuckles, it's me, your friend, Sonic. Knuckles stopped in his tracks when he heard my words.
Sonic, are you in there?
He hesitated. I went in for a massive blow, launching him back and knocking the diamond ring out of his body, reverting him back to his normal form. He had been defeated. Haha, you fool! Now that diamond ring is all mine! I grabbed the ring, and my form grew back into its larger state.
Backup needed. Stat.
Knuckles died as gun backup broke into the room in the form of a military mech. On days 90 to 92, I clashed with a gunbot to the best of my ability. However, it felt as though it was able to counter everything I had at my disposal. I used my new abilities on it to try and overwhelm it, but it simply fired the same ability back at me. At that moment, I knew that they had built this machine specifically to adapt to me and counter my abilities. What a cheap trick!
You will pay for what you did! This will be your last stand, you freak!
They unleashed a flurry of blows on me, but my diamond shell had been upgraded thanks to the ring I collected, and I was able to endure the attacks. Is that all you got? I used an attack to try and fight back, not letting up on the machine. For a moment, my blows felt effective, but it adapted once again and became more durable to match me.
Anything you can do, this machine can do too! Deploy the secret weapon, now!
Suddenly, they dropped an unexpected attack on me, causing me to take massive amounts of damage. Without much power left in me, my vision was going dark.
You're under arrest, Shin Sonic!
I couldn't hold on much longer and passed out. On days 93 to 95, I woke up inside of the gun facility, sealed in some kind of containment unit.
Look who we finally caught! The ugliest monster of them all!
Let me go! I'm gonna eat you alive!
Oh, I'm sure you could, but I'm afraid that this is where you'll be living from now on. In fact, we have much bigger plans for you.
What do you mean by that? I looked up and noticed that there was a strange device built into the ceiling of my cell pointed straight down at me. It powered on and began zapping me, pulling the diamond rings from my body. Ah! What is this? What are you doing?
We'll rip you of your power and use it to stop Shin Shadow. You monsters thought you could take our world for yourselves? You underestimated humanity. We don't go down so easily.
The machine continued even after it had extracted the rings from me, pulling all 7 Chaos Emeralds from my body. Soon, I was reverted back to my first form. You won't get away with this. When I'm free, I'll make you all pay. Just then, the ground trembled and another guard spoke over the speakers of the facility.
Shin Shadow is here. He's gonna try and take the Chaos Emeralds. Not good. I'll be taking those, little man.
My items then disappeared from the cage and the mech proceeded to shout to his men.
Everyone, battle stations!
I was left alone and I needed a plan. Now's my chance. I have to get out of here. On days 96 to 98, I was bashing on the cell walls in an effort to escape. Unfortunately, I had been sapped of much of my strength and only managed to make a small crack in it. All that effort for a tiny crack? Huh. Well, that's all I need. They may have taken my strength, but they could never take my speed. I backed up to the other side of my cell to get a running start. I then ran forward into the crack at supersonic speeds and managed to run into it fast enough to break through it. I was free. Now to take back what's mine. I sped into the facility building in search of my lost emeralds and rings. I would need them if I wanted to rule the world. As I looked for my items, an intercom above me suddenly started speaking.
Attention everyone! We have a loose Shin Sonic roaming the facility! Stay alert!
That's not good. They're gonna send an entire army to look for me if I don't hurry. I sped off and continued searching for my emeralds. I managed to find the Chaos Emeralds being held within a secure containment unit along with the final diamond ring. Fortunately, it looked like there was nobody protecting them thanks to Shin Shadow keeping the gun officers busy. I sped into the containment unit and broke it open, grabbing the emeralds quickly. I then grew back to my empowered form. Alright, I'm coming for you now, Shin Shadow! Just then, a swarm of military guards entered the room.
Stop right there! You're not going anywhere!
Perfect timing. I was just feeling hungry for a snack. I charged into battle with my powers fully restored to me. On day 99, I faced off with the military guards who were trying to apprehend me. With my new ultimate state, I wiped the floor with them. Out of my way, you freaks! This world will soon belong to me! I then saw one of the guards drop a map titled Master Emerald and realized they knew the whereabouts of Shin Shadow's power. I followed it out to the heart of the city, smashing buildings and crushing everything that got in my way. TV reporters reported the mass chaos I ensued, broadcasting it worldwide.
I'm here live witnessing the terror of Diamond Shin Sonic. Can anything stop his power? Oh, I think he's coming straight for me!
I crushed the reporter with ease and talked to the camera. Did you spot all the secrets? Be sure to rewatch the video and comment below if you found them all. Finally, I spotted the Master Emerald, but Shin Shadow was looming right over it.
Look who decided to show up.
On day 100, I was face to face with Shin Shadow. It was now or never to finish this battle. Hand over the city and I'll make it quick, you monster.
You really think you're the one in charge here? Remember who controls the Master Emerald, you fool.
Shin Shadow then unleashed his power onto me, but my diamond skin allowed me to endure it. But not without pain. Playtime is over. Let's do this! I charged into battle and clashed with the horrifying monster. I knew it was gonna be the battle of my lifetime. I used my diamond attacks while he fought back with slash attacks of his own, neither of us wanting to let the other get an advantage. Even with the power of all 7 Chaos Emeralds and 3 diamond rings, Shin Shadow was still a worthy foe for me.
You fool. As long as I control the Master Emerald, you'll never win. I am better.
Then I'll just have to destroy it and we'll see who is stronger then. I used my diamond spin dash attack to dash through and shatter the emerald in hundreds of pieces.
No! This is impossible!
I unleashed my power and defeated Shin Shadow once and for all. At last! Everything is mine!